We have some breaking news from the NHL. The Montreal Canadiens have traded Ilya Kovalchuk. We'll discuss the trade and give you my thoughts coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have some breaking news. We have another NHL trade. Of course, we're getting close to the deadline coming up tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern time. But for right now, the Montreal Canadiens have traded Russian forward Ilya Kovalchuk to the Washington Capitals in exchange for a 2020 third round selection. Now, there's been a lot of debate on Kovalchuk, whether or not he stays, signs an extension, or gets moved. Many people thought it would really boil down to the return package the Habs could acquire in exchange for trading him to another contending NHL club. At this point, the Habs are battling for a playoff spot, but they're falling out of contention as we get closer and closer to the end of the year. So many expected them to likely be sellers at the NHL Trade Deadline. Of course, as we've discussed many trade rumors over the last number of weeks, I did mention at one point the Capitals possibly being a good fit for Kovalchuk, reuniting with his good friend Alexander Ovechkin, and really for a contract that he has now of $700K for a team like the Capitals, who don't really have a lot of space but wanted to add another depth piece to their forward group. It's a really inexpensive way to do it on that kind of contract, but yet the way he's been playing in Montreal, he could be in a very effective piece and could certainly chase the Stanley Cup and help the Capitals win their second Stanley Cup in club history. So I think this is a great addition for Washington. I mean, earlier this year, the way he played in Los Angeles, the way things went, this is not something I really would have envisioned, but based on the current contract, how he's played in Montreal, great acquisition by the Capitals. As far as Montreal goes, I would not completely rule out the possibility of him re-signing with the Habs during the offseason. It seems like he was a good fit there. It seemed like he fit in well with his teammates. Clearly, they enjoyed having him. He played well. He seemed to like Montreal. So I wouldn't completely rule that possibility out because he will be an unrestricted free agent at the end of the year. I probably suspect a mixed reaction here of Habs fans. I know many were enjoying how he was playing. Didn't want to see him go. But at the same time, to get a middle round pick for a player who earlier this year was bought out because he wasn't performing well is pretty good asset management in my opinion by Marc Bergevin. And said there is a possibility they could still re-sign him in the offseason, so it doesn't mean he won't be back. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Is this a good acquisition by the Capitals? Do you think Kobe returns to Montreal during the offseason? Let me know your thoughts and we'll continue the conversation. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and turning on your notifications so you don't miss any future content. And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it as well. I'd appreciate it if you did. As always, thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.